Yo, what's good, Footy Culture fan? Matthews, aka Matt, aka Matosdinho. Today, people, today. Coming at y'all with another episode of the Footy Culture Podcast. Next to me, I got.
You got some energy, man. You got some good energy. That's how you can tell your team won this weekend. Me and Spog are here. A little bit depressed.
Not this team, but right? Different team. But anyways, speaking of L's, Liverpool took a bit of an interesting L against Manchester United. But I want to talk about a former Liverpool gaffer, Jurgen Klopp, recently conducted a little interview, and there were some interesting quotables. One being about the Manchester United job and why he didn't take the job. So he said, he didn't take the job because I was told things in the meetings that I didn't like. We get all the players you want. We get him and him and him. And I was sitting there like, yeah, this is not my type of project. I didn't want to bring back Paul Pogba. These things won't work. I didn't want to bring back Cristiano Ronaldo. This won't help. Their idea was to bring the best players to the club, but they would never bring up football. And then a pure football project came along, Liverpool FC. You think Klopp made the right choice in not taking up the Manchester United job?
Duh. If he's taken up that Man United job, we would not be talking about Klopp the way we do today.
You don't think he could have turned around the club?
No, I don't think anybody can. Things are sinking shit.
I don't know. I feel like it would have made a difference.
But they're not getting players the type of players he wants, as he was saying. Like they're bringing back Pogba, they're bringing back Ronaldo. All these guys are past it or injury prone.
Well, neither of those guys were past it when Klopp first would have went. Like if he left Dortmund and went to United, I think you would have seen a huge turnaround for United in the second half of the decade. Because when he went to Liverpool were shit. They were ass.
They're going through their banter era.
They were ass. United probably at that time, obviously they weren't as good, but on paper they probably had a better squad. And they had the resources. Maybe they actually listened to what he says in terms of the players that he wants to buy. And dude, I think he could have been seeing a United that maybe has a league title, maybe a Champions League as well.
No.
I think it could have totally changed the trajectory of Manchester United as we know them today.
But as he said, the project didn't look as good as Liverpool's project. We could see Liverpool's project. They don't buy huge. They buy they find talent. They have great scouts. Does United have that? We don't know. Klopp's not the one that's going out scouting for these players.
But he could have brought some scouts. He could have brought some scouts along.
I think he had a say in Liverpool's transfers, though, and I think that's what he wanted. He didn't want to listen to the board and bring in Pogba, bring in Cristiano. I think he wanted more of a say in how the transfers work, right?
So you don't think that he could have done it with that Manchester United squad?
United would be better than they were, but they would still be getting second place. They wouldn't be.
You don't think they could have won a league?
No, they're in that era. Man United was so far behind City and Chelsea.
So were Liverpool when Klopp first went.
Yeah, but it's different.
Maybe a few of those signings are different. Maybe they don't spend big on Maguire. Maybe they bring in another center half instead. That's a little bit more solid.
I don't know.
Maybe he lasts longer, than the other gaffers that were there. So you have more continuity in the project instead of having a new gaffer every 3 or 4 years. I think it would have made a big difference for United.
You'll never know.
Well, I know.
You'll never know. And to say that he would do something great after we've seen countless managers, who knows if those managers would have been great if they went to Liverpool.
But then again, were the managers United had really all that good?
Well,
besides Mourinho, but he was kind of finished already,
Well, they won a Europa League with Mu, right?
Yeah. So besides Mourinho, what other decent managers were there?
I don't know. They had managers that were supposed to be good. Ten Hag came off of an incredible season at Ajax. Yes, he's not good anymore, maybe because he doesn't coach the same way as he did because Man United changed him to be this bot kind of thing. He's a bot now.
But we saw what happened with Leverkusen, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Shortest ever stint.
You don't think maybe if he had the same mentality that he had at Ajax, maybe I guarantee you he swapped some tactics around that he had when he was at Ajax. He's not the same manager. Once you go to United, your career is pretty much done. And same goes for gaffs. Your career is pretty much done unless you get rejuvenated by some other team. But obviously, coaches is a little bit harder to get rejuvenated by.
So you don't think he could have won more trophies with United than he did at Liverpool? Because he had what? One Champions League, right?
Yeah.
And what? One Premier League in 9 years?
2?
1 or 2, right?
I think one. No.
Might have been 1.
That's
So if you
crazy.
put it that way, was it really that much of a success? And could it have been any worse at United?
I would United would have 0 Prem, 0 CLs.
Really?
This was during the dominance of City.
What does it do with CLs? Like Liverpool won the CL against Spurs.
It-
You don't
it
think
would-
United could have beat Spurs in the CL final?
I don't know if they make it to the final.
I guess you're right. But so are you saying that Klopp would have basically been a flop at United, or do you think that they just wouldn't have won anything?
I don't think he would flop. Like I think if he was still there before they started declining past the UCL spots, I think they would still be in a UCL spot. I just don't think they would be fighting for first.
Interesting.
So do you think the problem with United, in a part, is like the players' mentality, in a way?
Ronaldo said it. It starts from the top. It doesn't start from the coach. It starts from the top. There's people above. I was to say Ronaldo. There's people above the manager, which would be Klopp, that kind of ruin the squad. Like we've seen the owners just buy who they want, not who really the players want. Besides when Ten Hag got there, Ten Hag had no idea what he was doing when he was trying to buy players, but it probably would have worked better with Klopp in that way. But still, I don't know. To me, United is just toxic until they change something higher up or something all around. Like the full board of United has to be at least 50% has to be removed or changed before anything's gonna work.
Damn.
But you think, as we know, like Klopp, such like a man manager, you don't think he could have like changed the mentality of that squad, gave them a winner's mentality? You know?
Like what? Luke Shaw is gonna be like the best left back in the world.
Hey man.
They had shouts for a bit.
Yeah, they're
It
calling
shows for a
Roberto
bit.
Carlos for a reason, right?
They had shouts for a bit. But I don't know if it's such a like the things United, they're so weird because like people always say they got mentality problems, the squad's not good, the gaffer's not good, this and that. But then they go out and do what they did this weekend, right? Big result against the Pool, right?
Does that count?
What do you mean, does it count? Why wouldn't it count?
Liverpool have been awful.
Yeah, but that was their
Still
first win there
Liverpool.
for years, bro.
Still Liverpool, man. Everyone was saying Liverpool are this like absolute Goliath of a team. They're gonna run through the Prem again. They just got Isak. They just got Ekatike. They just got 1,000,001 different players. Wirtz too. Like all these guys, dude. Like United went in there. They did their thing. HM5, right? Went in
What
there
player?
too,
Dagger.
right? Big Dagger from HM5, captain. Are United back? Or we think they're starting to find a little bit of stride. I saw, there's the lad
With the hair?
with the hair, right? Who can't cut his hair until United get 3 consecutive, was it
5
consecutive or 5
I think it's
consecutive wins?
5, bro. Yeah.
Or 5 consecutive games without losing, I think it
Yeah, he
is,
has
right?
2.
So now they're at 2, which I think this is probably one of the furthest they've gotten in a bit, right? Because they had the tie, now they got the win. So they have a chance here, I think, to maybe get 5, games without a loss, and maybe we'll finally see this guy cut his hair.
So their next 3 games are against Brighton,
Okay,
Nottingham,
okay.
and Spurs.
Tie, win.
No, they have to. Don't they have to win?
No, they just
Oh, it's
don't have to
unbeaten?
lose. Unbeaten. Tie against Brighton. They beat Nottingham with Sean Dyche as the new gaffer.
Oh, they're not
What
beating.
about the new manager Bounce?
They're not beating Sean Dyche. I'll tell you that
they'll
for free.
beat- Okay, they'll tie. Maybe 3 ties. No, they beat Spurs.
I don't think so.
I think they beat Spurs.
Spurs are good.
Spurs haven't been all that.
They're a good team.
I don't know,
They
man.
lost to Villa.
Spurs
for the
haven't been all that, man. And Villa are ass too.
Yeah, but like it's one of those that like you're gonna lose sometimes. You're not gonna win every game.
That's what I'm saying. They're gonna tie 2. They're gonna win 1.
United
Tie Brighton. Tie Nottingham. Beat Spurs.
lose to Nottingham.
No.
Beat Brighton.
They're not gonna lose to Nottingham Forest, bro. Are you kidding me?
Beat Brighton and lose to Spurs.
No.
They lose 2 of those.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
My prediction.
Yeah, I guess it's just a prediction.
Bro, not even been losing like their
Yep.
past 4 games in a row.
Not with Sean Dyche.
Oh, yeah, with Sean Dyche, I think your highest level is a tie. I don't think they win.
No.
That's their peak, eh?
It's like a 0-0. It's a 0-0.
Does United know how to win with possession?
No, they don't have to win. They can just tie.
But you already know that Sean Dyche is gonna. He's gonna get chances up top, and you know that they're gonna score those chances.
Nah, not if not.
One
dude,
chance,
Have you
goal.
seen the form Maguire's in right now, man?
Give a shit.
You should. You should.
All I'm saying, United 2 losses in their next 3 games.
Wow.
He's not cutting his hair this year.
No faith in this guy getting a haircut.
We'll
right?
see him bald in 3 weeks'
A
time.
lie, bro. He's gonna have a nice fresh trim, right?
And then he starts it again, or what?
Yeah, I guess he starts again. But speaking of fresh trims, man, what's going on with Isak? What's going on with Alex Isak? This guy went to Liverpool, right? Record-breaking fee for the Premier League. Guy's been stinking it up.
Is it only him?
I mean, low key.
No.
Everyone else kind of doing their thing.
No.
Wirt's doing his thing.
Wirtz hasn't even been playing.
Wirtz
what's-
got a 6.6 rating.
What's he gonna do from the bench?
To
Not
be
just
honest,
this game
I think Chiesa might be one of the best wingers right now.
He might be one of the best players right now in terms of form.
might be Gakpo, bro.
Right? Gakpo too. But dude, at the beginning of the season, they had a good rhythm. You know, I think they had the players playing in the proper position. You had Wirtz kind of in that advanced 8 role, 10-ish role. You know, you had Salah on the right, you had Gakpo on the left, you had Hugo up top, and it worked.
Yeah,
It worked really well. Then Isak came in, and now they're trying to do too much. They're trying to do too much. And not for anything, man. I don't know if Isak is as good as Ekatike. I don't think he's as good as Ekatike.
Well, I think former England Manchester United legend might agree with you. So he said, I wouldn't play Isak. He hasn't looked ready since coming from Newcastle. Big words there from Wayne Rooney, of course.
Oh, Waza said that.
Waza, yeah. And you know it's bad when it's coming from a player that, played your position, top level player. Maybe not the best gaffer, but he knows what he's talking about, right? Clearly there's something wrong with Isak. What is it? There's no, he came from a different league. He has to adjust. He made the step up from Newcastle to Liverpool.
It's a system, innit?
Better players around him, right? So he should be scoring goals, no?
I think it's the system, man, to keep it a stack. Like, if you think about Newcastle, they're not necessarily a team that's playing a lot with the ball. They're not really playing a lot of possession style football. They're more of like a transitional team. They get you on the counter, pace and power. While this Liverpool team obviously does have an element of that, but a lot of times, like when you're playing for Liverpool, you're playing probably against some type of block. You have to break down the opposition team. And I think, dude, I think Ekatike is just better built for that. He knows how to use his size, I think, a little bit better, right? I think he's a better hold-up player, better link-up player. Isak, I think, maybe is a little bit better in space, but they haven't been getting a whole lot of space. So he hasn't really been getting those chances that he used to be getting for Newcastle. So I think it's one of those situations where I think you just need to... They disrupted a little bit the chemistry that was building with Ekatike and the other lads. I think you just need to go back to it, go back to what was working, the system that was working before. Start Hugo, start Gakpo, start Wirtz, get Salah in there, and then bring guys off the bench. Bring in like a Chiesa off the bench, bring in an Isak off the bench. Dude, imagine Chiesa and Isak coming on against tired legs, right? I know you don't want to spend like 150 million pounds on a striker to bring him off the bench, but brother, you got to do what you got to do at this point.
Yeah,
wrong? Like, you got to do. What you gotta do.
I low key think there's too many cooks in the kitchen right now. The Isak is, as you said, he's better with. He's not as good as Ekatike. When Ekatike is back to goal, he could take a touch to right or left, or do a move right or left with his back to goal, and then take a strike, and it's going to be a pretty damn good shot. Isak's more, he's got to be facing the opponent, and he's going to dribble you. But when they have 11 guys back, it's kind of hard to have space to be dribbling around people. And there's, as I said, there's too many cooks, so everyone's going to want the ball. You can't be dribbling like that. Isak is not overrated. He should have. Arsenal would have been perfect for him. He needs to go to a team where he's kind of that main guy. He was the main guy at Newcastle. Yeah.
What do you mean?
He's not the main guy.
He wouldn't have been the main guy at Arsenal either.
Yes, he would. Who's the main guy? Osaka?
Book.
Who?
Book.
Who's Pook?
Book.
No.
Bukayo. Saka.
No.
What
He's
do you
not.
know?
He's injured half the year. He's not. I guarantee you, Isak puts up better numbers than Saka if he was to play on the same team.
I don't know, man.
Did last year.
I don't know.
But
The thing with Isak is, bro, like, you can't play him as a 9. Like, he's not a number 9. He's a winger that likes to roam. Like, he's in the Henry type of mold, like that kind of player. Can't stick him at 9. He's not an Inzaghi type of player, right?
he used to play with. He would probably low key thrive with 2 up top, as like a second striker type of player.
Now you're changing up the whole.
Yeah, I know. That's why he doesn't fit. He doesn't fit Liverpool. Liverpool is doing too much because they just tried to get every good player.
Or maybe he fits like the next edition of Liverpool. Like maybe like we're in this transitional phase. Like we know probably Salah's gonna leave in the next season or two, right? Maybe this Ekatike and Isak is like the future of Liverpool. And right now we're just in this awkward phase of trying to fit everybody in.
I don't know if you spend 150 million on a guy that's just for the future.
Well, not future, like next season, right? What if this was their chance to get him? They're thinking, okay, we got to get him now or we don't get him at all, right? You risk him going to a rival. So they just bit the bullet and said, let's get him now.
Do you guys think it's like improper man management in terms of Slot, like not knowing or being able to properly manage his players?
No, I don't think so. I think, man, Isak's only been back for maybe like a month now. A couple international breaks have been in there too to kind of disrupt things a little bit. He hasn't had like a good run of games. I just think like you probably got to start him coming off the bench at first.
I don't know.
Get into
How long
it a little bit.
They can't even get Salah going, to be honest, because they're rotating too much. They can't even get Salah going. Like there's too many players on this team up top. Having this many players, you can't get a consistent flow of like that starting 11. Like I couldn't guess their starting 11 week in, week out because it's always rotating. So I don't know. I just think they have too many, as I said, too many cooks in the kitchen, and I don't think it gets better anytime soon, especially with this many players. I think they're gonna have to offload one in January, maybe not one of the two big guys, maybe someone small like a Gakpo or something. But like,
Nah, bro. You need those type of options off the bench.
you
bro.
have to though. They have too many. They have too many
It's
players.
okay to have too many, man. If you think of Prime City, man, Prime City, they had like options for days. You never knew who Pep was going to do. They call it Pep Roulette. You never knew who was going to start, but it worked.
Different players.
I know different players, but like, I think it'll come good eventually. But I think until it comes good, you just need to ride the hot hand.
And what is Liverpool's system? Can you tell me what it is?
They don't really have a system, I don't think. A lot of possession. I think, you know what they need to do? They just need to give Wirtz the ball. Straight up. They need to get this man as many touches as he can in the game. And that will solve the problems. If you think at the beginning of the season where they looked hot, why they look hot? Wirtz was getting on the ball 90, 100 times a game. Now, 50, 60.
He's dropping like stinkers.
Yeah,
He's not getting the ball enough. He's dropping too far back. He's not playing in his preferred area, right? Like, it's like you're trying to put... what am I looking for? Dude, you're trying to put a North American plug in a European outlet. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. You need to put him in the areas where he's going to succeed. Florian Wirtz is the best player on Liverpool, aside from Mo Salah. You need to just let him cook, man. You just need to let him cook, put him in the position to succeed, give him 95, 100 touches a game, and watch Liverpool cook.
Bro, ain't he 0010 right now?
010.
They calling him Ben 10, Flow 10,
that's
bro.
That's not even a thing, bro. It's not even a thing.
It is a thing.
Bro, he scored.
I've seen the edits on Twitter.
He scored in the cup, bro. He scored in the cup.
Man.
Scored in the cup.
0010,
How you
bro.
call him 010 if he has
In
a
the
G?
Prem.
Man, no one cares about the Prem.
No one cares about the cup.
Nah, cup's big. Cup's
I don't know.
big.
You're talking about like one of their worst performing players this year as their best player.
How, dude?
What do you mean how?
How could the player who's created the most chances in the team be their worst performing player? Explain that to me.
Just because you're creating stuff doesn't mean you're doing everything on the pitch as he should be doing.
What do you mean everything? What else do you want him to do? He's there to create chances. What's he doing? He's creating chances. If a couple of those chances turn into goals because the player finishes their chance, guess what? He's not 0010. He's got like probably 9 assists, right? He's putting up like, man of the match performances because he's got the assist to go along with the 20 chances he's creating in the game. And everyone's glazing him up.
It's because he's yapping, eh?
I'm just yapping, but dude, at the end of the day, get Wirtz on the ball and watch how this Liverpool team transforms. Right now, they're not getting the right player the ball enough. They don't know what they're doing.
Okay, I want to move on from this bum words. I want you guys to picture yourself as a gaffer. Do you guys treat your players all the same? Or would you treat each player differently?
Like, what do you mean by differently? Like, one guy I'm
Just
giving
like
shit
how you,
to.
like how you talk to someone, basically, or like how you treat them.
So I'm giving favoritism a little bit.
Not favoritism, but are you treating each player the same? Are you showing the same kind of treatment, I guess?
I don't know. That's a tough one, actually. If you treat everyone the same, everyone feels equal, but does anyone feel loved?
Holy shit.
You know? Or respected,
You're just dropping bars.
right?
Sure.
But like, if you treat people differently depending on how the person is or how they treat you, maybe that's how you treat. I don't know. That's a tough question. I actually don't know.
Well, Klopp was actually asked about this. He said, I treat each individual player differently. Says sometimes a player would come up to me and say, "You would never speak the same way to me like you did to him." And I would respond, "No, I wouldn't." Because he grew up in Argentina in a house with no windows. You grew up in Munich. And now you want me to treat you like you're him? Growing up in places like Argentina or Senegal is different than growing up in Munich. Do you guys agree with Klopp in this regard?
I mean, I agree with him like with the first part. Maybe not so much like the second part. I guess like everyone's obviously brought up differently, but I think like at the end of the day, like every player, like I think needs to be managed differently. I don't think you can manage every single player in your squad the exact same way. Like there's no cookie cutter way to like manage a team. You have to know how certain people like to, be criticized, how certain people like to be praised. Maybe there's some people who don't even want to get praised. They're just like, yo, chill. Right. Then there's certain people who maybe, you can't criticize them in the moment, but you can criticize them after the fact. Right. So I think you need to know your player well. Then once you know your player well, you can pick and choose how you want to treat people in the moment versus maybe what you want to take behind closed doors. Right. That's how I would be a gaffer. Right. And that's why I would succeed as a gaffer. Right.
Yeah, everyone responds to criticism differently or how you talk to them differently. You can't. Yeah, I guess you can't manage everyone the same because if you're going to criticize one person one way and he's fine with it and you go criticize someone the exact same way, they might respond differently. So it's tough to do it the same way, and I see where he's coming from now because James explained it. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, differently. Why? Yeah, you're going to go same way or no?
No, like the way like Klopp kind of brought that up. It's like something you gotta like look up, like or like kind of look into like in all aspects, right? Because like not everyone came from the same place. Like you don't know what someone else's shoes feel like until you step in them, right? So you can only speak on what you know and try to sympathize or understand with what another person knows, you know?
And low key, this is probably why he's so loved in football, especially by his players, is because like he actually takes the time to kind of invest in each player, which he's learning like their personality and everything and how their temperament. There you go. That's the word.
Temper tantrum.
I was about to say temper tantrum. But yeah, he learns about his players. And yeah, actually, that's great management right there.
So speaking about someone who might not have the chance to learn about all their players, might just not have the time. Igor Tudor, right? We're talking about Juventus now. Big result for Como this weekend. 2-0. And I saw a little bit of beef after the game too. I saw it on Twitter. A little bit of gaffer beef. Cesc Fabregas and Tudor going at it after the game. Exchanging words, kind of going off of each other a little bit. What do you think about Juventus? Like they kind of started the season kind of hot, couple good results. They had that emotional win against Inter. But since then, things have kind of gone a little bit stale. They've been dropping points here. Big loss here now against Como, which kind of sees them outside, I think, even European places. In a tough midweek game now against Madrid. Do you think that the clock's ticking for Igor?
Poor guy, man. He doesn't have a chance. He's gone. He's going to be gone because one name isn't in that squad, and that's Bremer. It is. It's literally a fact.
Player, bro.
Come on.
It is. The fact that when Bremer plays, the difference of the team is absolutely insane. Not having like Gatti, Rugani, Kelly, and Kalulu at the back, you're telling me that's going to win them games?
But
No.
should a center back have that much
It
impact
does.
on a team where you're saying, oh, we can't do nothing because of this one guy at CB?
It does make it. We have a bunch of mid players at center back.
What about the rest of the positions?
No, the rest of the positions, it's not. I'm not. When Bremer's in the team, you have some sort of confidence when you play that you could see when they play. Like they have so much confidence on the field. Like they're not scared to make a mistake because Bremer's got their back. Now when Bremer's not there, they're scared. They look nervous of making maybe a harder pass or like a dribble player because obviously they're most likely going to get a chance on net because of what we have back there. And Igor Tudor even said, like, I don't know how I'm getting criticized when I told you guys to invest in the defense and you guys decided to invest in offense. So I don't know how he's to blame, but I don't mind a better manager coming in. He's not terrible. Huh?
Who?
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't even know who's available, to be
So
honest.
how do you know he'd be better? Like
I'm saying I would like someone better because this is not like an end game manager. You know,
What about Klopp?
he won't come to us. We're not good enough.
Damn,
We're not.
that's crazy.
Tell you how it is.
I don't know, but shout out Como, man. Cesc Fabregas, I think they won or unbeaten rather in 8 out of their 9 last games. I seen like a little like post game like team talk, Fabregas and all the players, bro, and like, bro, they doing like a documentary on Como or something?
I have no
So
idea.
they had like bear cameras around them. Someone like filming, I guess Fabregas with their phone or something. Like, seems like something's going on at Como.
There
but-
was a lot of people watching that game, like famous people.
yeah, Henry was there, Wenger was there, Varane was there as well too.
Yeah,
Varane played there for a bit. He kicked ball
like
for
a
like
yeah.
half
couple
a season,
games.
right? Yeah.
yeah, but like they got aura, man. With Fabregas at the helm,
Yeah.
and then all of his Spanish players that he's been bringing in, especially Nico Paz. This guy, he's so good, man. He's so good. He might be next up, and I hope Juve puts in a bid for him.
He's got most GA in the Serie A right now.
Yes,
8 GA.
Juve puts in a bid for him.
You wait, hold on.
I-
You say
I would-
you hope Juve put in a
He's
bit,
not
Yeah.
gonna-
but he's going straight back to Madrid. We're talking.
I know where he's going, but I would love for Juve to try. You know,
But about Fabregas, where do you guys think his next destination as a gaffer is? Because he's not staying at Como.
taking Inter could have got him this year.
I don't think they could have.
Yeah, they could have.
I think he wants to stay at Como.
No, he literally
Part owner.
but something happened in the contract between him and Inter that didn't make it go through
Oh.
Really?
because I think they weren't like agreeing on something. So he would have been an Inter manager, and they screwed up hard on that. They got Kiwu, who's actually doing decent now, but
Is he?
yeah, he just beat Roma. He'll beat Roma,
Come on, bro.
but yeah, he's a top. Arsenal should.
Where do
Get.
you think he's headed?
Me personally, I think he's gonna end up. He's gonna end up at Chelsea.
You reckon?
And then Mares got the Juve.
He's gonna end up at Chelsea. I think something's gonna happen because I think the expectations of Chelsea are pretty high right now, and they haven't necessarily been like delivering on the expectations. I would say they won the Club World Cup, so I think that made things even harder for them. But I think if they don't go and win a trophy this season, like I think he might be gone.
Really? You
I-
think the expectations for them to win a trophy are that high?
Yeah, 100%, dude.
Like any trophy though.
Dude, the people were saying this team's like the best team in the world. after
Dan
the
was
last
saying,
Club World
Dan
Cup.
was saying that.
You got Dan saying that they're going to win the Premier League. You got people saying they're going to make a deep run in CL.
Dan said that they were
obviously
actually going to win
couldn't
this
happen.
deal.
But like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of expectations on Chelsea now because of that performance they put in the Club World Cup and how deep their squad is. And I think so far they've been a little underwhelming. And I think because of that, I think Maresca's going to go.
They'll probably win a Karabuki Cup.
Maybe a Karabuki Cup, but I think dude, at the end of the day, I think Maresca will go. I think Cesc will slot right in because I think Arsenal are going to be too stubborn to sack Arteta, and it's going to come back to bite them. Because Cesc really should be the next man up at Arsenal, but I think either A, Arsenal will be too stubborn, or B, maybe they'll finally actually win the league, and they'll hold on to Arteta, and then Cesc will go. Or maybe he goes to City.
I think y'all got it all wrong, man. I think there's one place and one place only where Cesc will succeed at, or where he'll coach next. Because we know Hansi Flick won't be staying long at Barca. There's always internal problems within the board, this and that. We know Flick doesn't like staying at one club too long. So with that being said, come the 2027 season, Cesc Fabregas y Soler will be the next Barcelona gaffer.
So this is after the World Cup.
Flick's going to leave in the summer
Where
after
is
the
he going
World
to
Cup.
go? That's after the season. So you're saying this is his last season?
Yep.
This season is his last season.
Yep.
So you
2 seasons.
So you think he's going to leave after success, or you think he's going to leave because
He's going to leave because they're not going to win anything.
Damn.
holy shit?
Yep. Madrid are winning the league.
Where's Dave when you need him?
Barca not winning the Champions League, I'll tell you that.
Damn.
Maybe a Copa del Rey, but not going to be enough. Pressure's going to get the Flick. People are going to say, oh, the high lines have been exposed, this, that, the third. People are going to start complaining. Rafinha's going to take a dip because he's not going to replicate that monstrous season he had. Lamin's still going to be good. Lewandowski's aging. Team's going to take a bit of a dip, and it's going to take Cesc Fabregas to come in, patch it up, change up the high line, and bring his type of football into Barca.
Damn. So we're going to see some tiki-taka back at Barca.
If he goes to Barca, Nico Paz is going with him. I'll tell you that.
He's not.
Yeah, he is.
No,
He's switching sides.
definitely-
Nah.
He's switching
I
sides.
think Madrid have like a very favorable buyback.
Isn't he a La Fabrica product?
Yeah.
He has
He's
a,
definitely not going.
Oh, he's switching sides.
he's got a very favorable buyback. Isn't it like 15 or 20 mil or something?
Yeah,
like
some
that.
light, bro.
But that's always them. They always have like
I
that
know.
stupid
They're gonna
buyback.
do that, and they'll sell him to like the Prem. They'll sell him to like City.
Nah. Speaking of City, I want to talk about City a little bit. I want to talk about a certain number 9 for City, Erling Haaland. Top scorer in the Prem right now, I believe, with 11 goals.
Ballon d'Or, baby.
Absolutely steamrolling the Premier League. But a lot of discourse on the timeline whether City would be as good if Haaland wasn't playing, if he was injured or just not playing in general. Do City still achieve the same results, same success that they've had since the start of the season without Haaland's goals?
Nope. Nope. He's been like, not for anything, he's been low key carrying them this season. Like the amount of goals that he scored. Anytime you go look at a City game, you open up the box score, you'll see Haaland, and you'll usually see 2 or 3 times beside his name because he scored 2 or 3 times in that game. He bags pretty much every single game. And when he's not bagging, he's also been creating some chances this season as well, getting other players involved, link up play. But he has just been on another level this season. He's been carrying City, I think, to second place in the Prem now as well, giving them a chance to kind of get back in the Premier League race. Scoring in the Champions League, he's been doing bits for Norway too. This man here is a Ballon d'Or winner. It's loading.
Contender.
It's loading. It's loading right now. Erling Haaland is going to win the Ballon d'Or after this season. It's loading, man. It's loading.
I don't know if this Haaland with this current Man City is definitely much needed. Like they absolutely need him. But if we're talking about like a Man City from before he was at the team, we've seen them play without a striker, and they were just as good.
Not
not
this version of City. Who's scoring the goals?
No, this version of City, no, they can't do it.
I'm telling you right now, if Haaland wasn't playing for City right now, they wouldn't collapse. It'd be a big loss, sure, but I think a certain Omar Marmoush can get up there in the goal tallies, man. I feel like he'd be up there in the Premier League charts for scoring
Yeah.
if he was starting every game for City like Haaland does.
Yeah, I think he could for sure, but I don't think he's doing it at the same level, the same clip. You know what I mean? Haaland is just moving mad right now. I think Marmoush can do bits here and there, but I don't think he's scoring some of these goals that Erling is scoring, man.
I mean, he could play false 9 possibly, right? And we've seen City, like you said before, win without a number 9.
Yeah.
They're playing with a false 9 kind of system, right? So
Yeah.
they've done it before. Pep's done it before. City have done it before. Why can't they do it again?
It's just not going to work. It's not going to work with this current rendition of the squad. That squad before was built with, the idea that we don't have a 9. We need to compensate by having multiple goal scorers. In this team, even if Marmoush was to go play false 9 and he's linking up the play a little bit more, who else is scoring goals, man? Doku's not a goal scorer.
No.
Savinho is not a goal scorer. Phil Foden, I can't remember the last time he scored a goal.
Hey, PFA player of the year.
Cherki is not a goal scorer, right? Who else do they have on that team as a winger? Oscar Bob, not a goal scorer. Rico Lewis, definitely not a goal
But
scorer.
the thing is, maybe Haaland's hogging up all the goals, and then the other guys start scoring goals.
Sure, you could think
We seen him
that.
last year a little
It's
bit.
just not true, man. Like there's no one there's no one else in this team who can score goals consistently.
They didn't have Haaland for a stint last year, and they were pretty shit.
Yeah. They'd be okay. Like they'd probably be like 8th, 9th. They'd still be okay. They still have a very good squad, but they would not be top 2 in the table. They wouldn't be doing things in the CL, right? And then obviously Norway wouldn't be where they are.
Yeah, low key, this team's like a little bit built for Haaland. So when you take Haaland out of the squad, takes a pretty big dip.
Not
Yes.
collapsing though, I think.
Not collapsing. This probably still make top 4. But yeah, if they don't have Haaland, they have no chance of winning the league.
I think without Haaland, they're not top 4 right now.
I think they could be.
He single-handedly won them like probably 12, 15 points this season.
Yeah, but who's to say that these other guys don't score goals? We don't know.
They're not winning games like that, though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Maybe they don't win all these games, but maybe they win a couple of them.
But dude,
And that's a top 4.
not right now. It's way too tight.
Yeah, right now. It's not
You
even
lose-
halfway
you lose
through.
2 or 3 points, and you're in like 7th place, 8th place.
And you win one game and you're like back and forth.
Either way, you mentioned a certain Rayan Cherki earlier and a certain Pep Guardiola. Let's just say if I had $1 for every time Pep said certain players the best he's ever seen, the most talented, probably have like $5.
Yeah.
This is what he said about Rayan Cherki. He said, Rayan Cherki is one of the most talented players. Pause. One of the most talented players I've ever seen in my career. He is top. Said a bunch of other stuff. He's a player that doesn't feel pressure. He's like a street player. He wants the ball when he doesn't have it. He needs a little bit of time because in football, you learn to play with your teammates. These type of players are intelligent. They see everything. Is Pep spitting? Does he know something a lot of people don't? Is he a visionary? Will Cherki be a top talent?
I think he's got the ability for sure. He's got the potential for sure. I think if you just watch him, you can see it, right? And I think that if you went into training and you saw Cherki out there playing around, fooling around, you're just like, holy shit, this guy's unreal, right? But I think the big thing for him is like, is he going to be able to kind of consistently do that at the highest level? Because we've seen glimpses, right? We've seen sparks of brilliance here and there, but we haven't seen like every single game him going out there and being unplayable for the full game. 15, 20, 30 minutes, he can take over the game, sure. But it's not like, oh shit, we got to go up against Cherki this week. You know what I mean? Because you know he's just going to take over the game. He's not there yet. He has the ability to be there, potential, sure. But right now, he's not there yet.
I don't think he'll ever really get that take over the game
Really?
type player.
He's got game breaker in him.
No, he reminds me of like
Don't say Ben Arfa.
like a Ben Arfa, Tarap. Like he's like this skiller. He's a skiller top talent, but he's a little bit lazy.
Come on.
He is lazy.
He's not.
He's a guy that could dribble a player, get the ball into the box to Haaland. Obviously, he could pass a ball, but when push comes to shove, Pep needs his team to work hard for the system to work. Is he going to be that guy doing it, or is he just going to do what he wants to do and control the game how he wants to do it?
So are you saying he's like a streets won't forget type player?
No, because if he went to City, I think if he didn't go to City and he stayed at Lyon, or maybe he went to like a smaller Prem team, maybe.
So you're saying you can't be a streets won't forget player at Man City?
No,
I think you can.
nah.
Streets won't forget City player. Name one.
Name one.
Don't say Mars because Mars is a streets don't forget on Leicester, not
Wilfred Boney.
City. Nope, that's Swansea.
Robinho.
Rubinho.
What about Joe?
No, like Pep Guardiola City.
Why
Pep
does it have to be Pep
No,
Guardiola?
because that's a different city. That's a small club city.
Stevan Jovetic.
Nope, that's a Fiorentina. Stefan Jovic.
Kolarov.
See, he's like kind of. He's not really Pep.
He's pretty peppy.
Nah, he's like Mancini. And what was the guy after Pellegrini?
Is he though?
I don't know.
He was in the whole-
Fernandinho.
Yeah, Fernandinho, I'll give you.
You can be a streets won't forget player at City.
You have to be like a legend of City, though.
No.
Fernandinho's a legend of City.
Tarap was not a legend of
Of City, I said. For City. I'm not saying Tarap is a legend.
You're saying he's a streets won't forget player.
Yeah, but Tarap obviously he's on a street forget. But I'm saying like on City, the only way you're gonna be a street won't forget is if you're a pretty top tier player.
No.
Yes.
Because if you're a top player, you're just good.
Huh?
You're just good. Like you're just a good player. Like you probably won some trophies. But Cherki's gonna be one of those guys where it's like he had all the tech, but maybe he doesn't get it across the line.
Nah, he won't be a street won't forget unless he gets a move away.
So do you guys think Cherokee's in the mold of like of a Jack Grealish? Whereas like at his prior club, like he was like the guy, he would just straight ISO, take on a player, dribble him, and then comes over to City. His play style's kind of changed, and then he doesn't seem like the same player. You think the same thing will happen to Cherki?
I think that's what Pep's already trying to do. And I think that's what literally he just said in his quote. He's trying to change him into a pass first, maybe type player, or maybe pass first, try pass more, use your teammates more. He's not gonna be anything crazy. I'll tell you that.
Maybe. I mean, seems like he's lost some weight. I don't know if you guys have seen
he's
that.
looking
Looking leaner,
fit.
right?
Looking fit.
I hope so.
So maybe he's taking things serious, right? People were saying before, like, oh, like lazy, like he looks chubby, like
He was
I know.
chubby.
yeah, but it looks like he's leaned down a little
He
bit, right?
Super lean.
If he takes it serious, then he could fully be a starter week in, week out. Because he is super talented. But he's lazy and fat. Or was fat. Chubby.
So do you think he has like the potential to be like the next like creative genius
No.
at Manchester City?
No.
Or do we think this is going to be one of those players where like he's like hovering around the bench for a few seasons, they replace him with a shiny new toy, and then he gets shipped out somewhere?
I don't think they have their what would you call them? Is their next what?
Shiny new toy.
No, before that. You're like their next
Creative genius.
I don't think they have that on their team yet. I think he's yet to come.
So it's not him. Is what
No.
you're saying. It's Nico Paz.
I think that only depends on how long Pep stays at City, low key, right? Because I think Cherki has it in him, but I don't know if Pep's gonna be the gaffer to unlock it. You know?
He's like holding him back a little bit.
Yeah, because I think what I think will happen will be a Jack Grealish 2.0 basically with Cherki, where he comes in, kind of has like his play style changed. Then we'll see him leave to a different club a few years down and see him balling, right?
Like
I feel like the
villain
same thing's gonna happen, but
Everton.
he has the potential to be like maybe a step or two below KDB type of levels. I think, based off talent alone.
So you're thinking he's gonna be like as good as Foden was when he was Player of the Year.
100%. He can, right? It seems like he's taken, his body more seriously. All depends on himself and then his gaffer too, right?
Yeah.
Whether he plays him.
I don't know. We gotta see with City. City's an interesting one, especially if Pep leaves. Like who are they gonna replace Pep with? Like that's tough. And we've seen
That's
every
Fabregas.
single team. No, I don't see him going to City, man. And that would mean that Pep is leaving like sooner rather than later.
Most likely. He's done what he's had to do at City, no?
But we've been saying this for how many years now?
No, he got the UCL like a couple years ago, no?
Yeah, but like
Everything else he's won.
we thought this was going to be the last year. We thought that was going to be his last year. And then he signs a new contract, signs another 3-year or 2-year, whatever it was.
Doesn't mean anything, bro. You could be gone like that next year.
I don't know. I don't see him leaving unless they got like a top tier replacement for him, and that right now might only be Klopp that's open, and Klopp isn't going to City.
I guess we'll see. But I got one more thing I want to talk about. This is a little bit Champions League talk here. So we know Atleti are playing Arsenal in the Champions League this week. And Arsenal are training at Atleti's ground. Or the other way around. Atleti are training at Arsenal's ground. So Atleti were angered and launched a complaint to UEFA for this reason. Basically, after their training session, went back into the showers. And to their surprise, no hot water at the Emirates. What's going on? No hot water after their training session. The club reported the issue to the stadium staff when they arrived, but the situation wasn't resolved. Is this mind games from Arteta?
You think Arteta's turning off the hot water?
Is that what he's doing?
Could be, but
Is he trying to get into Simeone at Atleti's heads here?
Perfect guy to get into.
Right?
He's the easiest guy to make flip his switch to make him mad. I think this is great. I think we need more of this in football. Get into the team's heads. This is a big game. You have to win this game, especially you're at home. Turn off the damn hot water, man. Screw them.
It's a win at all costs type of mentality, no?
Yeah. Make them go shower at their hotel. Don't make them shower in the change room. I like it. Arteta, this is the first good thing you've done for this club, if it was you. And maybe you stay another season because of it.
because he turned off the hot water.
Yeah.
Are they scared of Atleti, you think?
I don't see why not.
Who's not, but like, I don't think they're scared to like verse them. I think they're scared to get hurt by them.
But don't you think this is going to enrage them even more now? All these players have now had to shower in cold water after training.
I think.
You don't think they're going to tackle a little bit harder now? Leave a foot in a little bit more?
If anything, they helped them out because like it clears your mind and stuff with the cold water. No,
Damn.
like
Maybe.
cold plunge, whatever it is.
So do you guys think Atleti can win this game?
I don't see why not. Playing at home at the Civitas Metropolitano, right?
No, they're playing away
Or you said they're playing away?
because it was.
Oh
at
yeah,
Arsenal.
sorry.
yeah.
Yeah, playing at the Emirates.
You just have to whole shower then.
Playing at the mighty Emirates, cold water in the showers. I don't see why not, right? Like,
So you think they can come in with like a little classic Simeone Champions League smash and grab?
yeah, a little haram ball, right? But
Hello, Julian Alvarez.
yeah, maybe like a
1-2.
1-0 for Atleti type of thing,
They ain't gonna do shit.
So you're back in the Gunners, back?
How? Like, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Atletico's pretty mid. They're a pretty mid team, and they've been showing it this season. That they draw points to like in some of the easiest games, even in the La Liga. And I feel like Arsenal, they're set piece merchants, man. They're gonna score off a couple set pieces. Atletico is a good defending team, but they're not gonna be able to stop it. And there you go, 2-0 Arsenal. I don't think Atletico is gonna do anything. They're not good enough to do anything.
Fair enough.
Damn. I think Atleti can take a point.
They could,
I think they can take a point.
but will they?
Yeah, I think they will. I think they'll take a point. I think they'll go in there, like Matt said, I think they'll play gritty. I think they'll play defensive. You know, Arsenal, they've looked pretty solid this season, right? Give them credit where credit's due. But it just seems like one of those games where it's like for Arsenal, it's like I don't know if they'll come up with all 3 points. I think they'll be content with a draw, right? They'll want to stay undefeated. Or no, they actually already lost to Bayern, right? This year. So I think they'll take a point. I think they'll take a point.
They kind of need one. They low key need one.
Yeah, I think they'll take a point.
But yeah, let us know what you guys think down below. I think we're gonna wrap it up right there, boys.
Yes, we are. Thank you everybody for listening. Big shout out to all the audio listeners. Hope you guys are getting ready for a nice, exciting week of Champions League football. I think my team, Matt's team, we got a good chance of getting some points this week. Spog's team, Juve. Who knows? You never know, man. Crazy things have happened, right? Crazy things have happened. Maybe Juve can pull an upset here. Maybe Yildiz can finally show up and show that magic in a big Champions League game and lead his team to 3 points. Right? That'll be huge. Right? That'll be huge for Juve.
I've seen crazier things, bro.
Right? We've seen crazier
This guy
things
said
as well.
finally show up like he hasn't showed up.
In Champions League. Where is it? When is he showing up in Champions
Let's
League?
go.
Okay.
Don't talk about Yildiz like that, man.
All right, chat. Not chat. All right, everyone. Leave a comment below if you've seen Kenan Yildiz show up in the Champions League. Remember to rate 5 stars. Thank you, everybody, for listening. And you know who we are.
We the culture, man.
I think we're the culture.
And with that, we out. Peace.
See ya, fellas.
Make sure to like the vid.
Join us on Thursday. We're going live.
Go live.